Happy Tuesday, T Squad. It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 16 review. This upcoming Sunday will be the season finale episode, and I am so excited that this season will be over and we can act like it never existed. But anywho, let's get into what happened on this past week's episode. So we begin with Candiace and Wendy going to Kiana's spa. She has like a med spa where you go get laser, hair removal, and all that type of stuff. So Candiace gets her vag laser hair removed or hair laser removed or whatever for the first time. And, they're just chit-chatting, shooting the ish. And Kiana mentions how, it bothered her that when they were on the trip that neither of them came to check on her when she was sick and that Gizelle did. They apologized. And I think that after she said it again and they apologized for the second time, I think she felt a little bit more like, okay, they are apologetic. All right, we can move forward. I wonder if she even going to be on the reunion. Yeah, she should be on the reunion. Yeah, because she's going to have the fight. Yeah. Okay. So the whole Robyn defamation remark comes up, which was so stupid because somebody must have told Robyn what defamation meant, and she decided to take it and run with it, even though she didn't use it in the correct terms. Because, girl, ain't nobody defamed you. So Candiace said, I know some things Robyn has said that are defamatory. Like, I can really go there. So I want to know, is she going to go there at the reunion and tell us some of the things that Robyn has said behind the scenes? Because I would love to know. So Charrisse tells Roberto and Ashley that she's having a crab boil and that she's going to invite Jacqueline, but she has not told Mia this. Okay, it's going to be some type of surprise. Let's see if you two can get along and make up or whatever. And for me, Charrisse was being so messy in this episode, but playing it off like she actually cared. But no, she was looking for a moment. She really didn't have much screen time this season as a friend of. She didn't go on any of the trips or whatever. And so it was given, let me create some mess. And I mean, it needed it because the season sucked, but yeah. So Gizelle sends her oldest daughter delivery off to college. It's very emotional. She cries, her daughter cries, and she's gone off to school. Gizelle visits Karen before going to the crab boil and invites her, but Karen says that she's allergic. And we all know that is not true because we have seen Karen chow down on some seafood throughout the seasons. And that was so funny that the lady said she was allergic, knowing daggone well she wasn't. So afterwards, we go to Charisse's house or whatever. Her son is being the doorman, walking the ladies up with umbrellas and everything. Have we ever seen Charrisse kids? I think we saw her daughters in the past. But yeah, like her kids was there sitting at the table. We got a quick glimpse of them, but we've never really seen her children. But anywho, so Robyn gets there first, and then Candiace arrives secondly. And when Robyn goes to the door to go answer it, when she sees that it's Candiace, she turns back around and walks up the steps. And I was like, you shady bird, you. So it's very awkward for Candiace when she first gets there because none of her friends are there. Yeah, she was a lone wolf this episode. So she was literally just standing there. She and Robyn did not speak. She was just standing there eating cheese and crackers and sipping on champagne. So Jacqueline arrives and she makes a comment how she says, I feel like I've been closed off from everyone because of, talking about Mia. Gizelle is there at this point, and she was like, last time I talked to her about you, she said y'all was good. And Jacqueline was like, well, that was a month ago. The last conversation we had ended with, are you effing crazy? With her saying that to Jacqueline. Mia saying that to Jacqueline. So I guess things were back shaky with them during that time. Now, I know that they had rekindled their friendship here recently. I don't know if things are still good between them because, they go so back and forth with one another. So, NECA arrives, child, so late, and I don't mean late in time, I mean like late in her antics, arriving with that dumb crown and sash of her being Queen of Potomac there. Karen wasn't even there, so it was like a waste, and it was just dumb, and it was just like, oh, girl, can you get her off my screen? Please don't bring her back next season. She is exhausting. So Mia arrives, and she isn't even bothered with the fact that Jacqueline is there. Like, it was anticlimactic. She spoke to Jacqueline or whatever, and Gizelle brings up how Jacqueline said that they aren't on good terms. You know, Gizelle trying to get it started now because it didn't work with how Charrisse thought it was going to work. So Gizelle had to get it cracking. So I love how Mia shut them down and was like, yeah, there's some things we're going through, but it's not going to get spoken to about at this table. It's between she and I. It's not for public consumption. See, y'all thought y'all was about to get a moment and y'all didn't get anything. So they go and talk separately from everybody else, and it's kind of awkward. But Mia starts it off and was like, you know, I have more work to do when it comes to you. And she also says that she was going through something when they got into it, and that Jacqueline was the one that started it. And I was like, Mia, you have been treating that girl like she was your pet, like she was your maid. You was a little girl in her. Like, it was so childish. And it was given very much like, I'm bringing my friend around my cool girlfriends, and I'm going to treat her like, ugh, yeah, I just got her around because, you know, my mom made me kick it with her. Like, it was just giving mean girl vibes. You know what I'm saying? And it was giving very much that you were trying to embarrass her. You were trying to belittle her. And when she says to Jacqueline, I feel like I have more work to do when it comes to you, Jacqueline was like, I know, because it's because of what happened when we were kids. And remember, early in the season, Mia admitted to Ashley that when they were younger, when they were teenagers, that she'd been aped by this guy that Jacqueline was talking to, or it was one of his friends. It was something, it had to do with Jacqueline. They were over these boys' house. Jacqueline left her there, and she ended up getting aped. And she has blamed Jacqueline for that since then, and she even admits that that's the reason why she treats her the way that she does, because she hasn't fully forgiven her. I was very confused on the whole story. I would love more clarity, because she said that they was over at Jacqueline's boyfriend's house. Jacqueline left her there overnight, didn't come back for her until the next day. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that was very unfortunate what happened to her. I know it had to been very traumatic and life-changing and everything. But you can't continue to punish this woman for something that she didn't know was going to happen. Y'all were teenagers. Y'all were kids. You know what I'm saying? And Jacqueline was like, I didn't even know about this until 2 years later. So I'm trying to figure out how that's just not coming up now. And y'all almost 40. And then I'm so confused because Mia made a comment that she also regrets not saying anything and keeping it a secret. And that's what made Jacqueline say, well, I didn't know about it until 2 years later. So she didn't even tell Jacqueline what happened when it happened. I'm so confused. I'm sorry that happened to her. That's all I can honestly say. When Jacqueline tells her that she didn't know about it until 2 years after the fact, Mia says that makes her feel a lot better about the situation. They agree to work on their friendship again, and they go from there. But yeah, it's a lot of parts missing to their friendship that needs clarification for me. But I will say that you can't continue to punish her for that. It's not fair. If you know you cannot fully forgive her and move on, then y'all honestly don't need to be friends, because that was really messed up the way that she did Jacqueline. So back at the table, Charrisse asks Candiace and Robyn why they aren't speaking, knowing full well why they aren't speaking. Once again, Charrisse is looking for a moment. Charrisse is trying to start some mess, because you know why they aren't speaking. So Candiace brings up to Roberto why she shared some private text messages between them with a blogger. And Roberto says to explain why we aren't friends any longer. They go back and forth arguing about it, and Candiace is basically trying to say that Robyn was setting her up for failure, trying to make her look bad, trying to make her look like the villain. They arguing. Gizelle is sitting next to Robyn, smirking as always. And Charrisse in her confessional says Candiace let social media ruin a real friendship. I don't think it had anything to do with social media. I think that it had everything to do with the fact that Robyn plays dumb and act like she doesn't know what her bestie, Gizzard, be out here doing in these streets. And you, even if you don't know in the beginning, you know when it's happening. And the fact that you're still friends with somebody that can do the things that Gizelle has done to other people says a lot about you and your character. So I think that's the reason why their friendship has been strained. Something is telling me, though, that they're going to end up being back friends again, because they're both ridiculous. So they arguing. And here goes Charrisse, looking like the cowardly lion, start yelling, stop it, I'm sick of this, I'm tired of this, stop it. And I'm like, everybody looking at her like, okay, Alfred Woodard, like, what is going, like, girl, what are you doing? Gizelle told me something, I think she drunk. No, I think that once again, she was looking for a moment, because she had not had one all season. It was so an acting moment. Like, she act like she was on stage on Bravo, giving the worst performance of her life. It's like, how you gonna tell them to stop and you sick of it, and you the one that kicked the conversation off, knowing fully well why they aren't speaking to each other? It don't even make sense. It really don't. So at this point, Candiace is upset. She starts crying. She decides to leave early or whatever. She departs. And that's pretty much the end of the episode. Next week, like I said, is the season finale. And I guess we'll be seeing Karen's 60th birthday and the altercation between Deborah and Candiace and Kiarna and at the Gizelle and Ashley's GNA, whatever it's called, exercise line, fashion show, child, whatever. But yeah, I'm so happy that we only got one more episode of this until the reunion, and yeah, we'll be wrapping it up. So since this upcoming Sunday will be the season finale episode, I'm guessing we'll be getting the reunion trailer and looks this week. Yeah, so I'm excited about the reunion looks. Overall, I'm going to give this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac an F, because I just don't care. This season sucked. It really honestly did. And I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm ready for Martha's Vineyard, Summer House Martha's Vineyard to come on. Like, I'm just over it. I'm ready for New Jersey to come on. That is going to be a banger. Love New Jersey. Cannot wait to review it. But yeah, Potomac. Boo. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. And if you have not joined the High Tea Squad, what are you waiting for? Join my membership right now. The join button is right next to the subscribe button. Join for early releases, lives, and more. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.